My talk today will go through the process of designing using an actual project as a case study. Lightspeed Communications came to Forge Creative looking for a rebrand and application to promotional material. We meet with the client and take a brief. The brief goes through what the company has done in the past, competitor information, how they've communicated in the past, how they're doing it now, and how they'd like to do it in the future. What they want to say about themselves and what kind of response do they want from their market. Also, the demographics of their target market and what will motivate someone to choose them over another company. And then things like budget and timeline. Other things, information that we get, information about the company's brand itself. From this brief, we gathered quite a lot of information. The things that stood out about Lightspeed were that they were experts in their field, specialising in optic fibre cabling. They needed to project a more professional image now that their target market had increased to larger corporates and mining companies, and that their point of difference was that they offered a prompt, efficient service. We then put together a design estimate with a breakdown of what they require, and once that's approved we can get started. So initially is work on the logo. You can see here these are rough concepts down on paper. We then go to computer and carry those ideas through using programs. We then put together round one concepts that we can show the client. These logo ideas try to utilize elements of light and speed, also cabling, and also the LS acronym. Once we've shown the client the round one concepts, we can discuss options, changes, and different directions to go in, if required. In this case, it was more refining a few options that were working well, showing different colours, different layouts. These concepts were working quite well because they did suggest speed with motion, and also depicted an LS little brand mark. Then the chosen final logo was chosen and refined. Was then applied to stationery, in this case letterhead and business card. And just as an example, the original business card on the left and the final version on the right. So a lot more uncluttered, a lot more professional, a lot more modern. Then we went to work on the promotional brochure for the client. The client met with a copywriter and they worked on text for the brochure. They had some images and asked us to source some stock photography also. We then worked on initial concepts for the brochure, different covers, trying to reinforce elements from the logo and incorporate other graphic elements as well. And then internal spreads also. From there, we show the client and get feedback from them. So they would be making changes and we record those changes. And the final version of the brochure, so front and back cover and internal spreads. From there we worked on the website, and while we were doing that we put a static page up just so that people had somewhere to go and could download their brochure we had just designed. Putting together ideas for how the site could look based on the pages required and what the website needed to do for the company. And then the final website, how it looks as a screenshot. Ongoing design work. We're currently working on vehicle signage, and this is a concept that we've presented to the client, always trying to reinforce the branding wherever it's used. This is a testimonial from the client, just going through their experience of the rebrand with us. There's just a section, Forge Creative have helped us from the ground up. We clicked well as it was instantly obvious that they held their quality of work as highly as we did. They worked closely with us and helped us understand our vision and core values. They then designed our brand identity and collateral material, all in a professional manner. Lightspeed now has a solid corporate image that is maintained throughout our business cards, uniforms, website, and so on.